Hey everyone, guess what? I'm back. You probably noticed I got a new t-shirt. It's a Little Mermaid one. But, besides the point, I want to talk to you a little bit about something. As Disney has been part of my childhood, there are some few things that were part of my childhood as well. Like for example, I really enjoy the aardman stop motion movies. They were basically part of my childhood since I was little. And besides, you seem to enjoy the aardman movie reviews I did. Like season 1 I did like Wallace and Gromit, Curse of the Were-Rabbit. Season 2 I did both the Shaun the Sheep movies. The original from 2015, which got so many views during that year. Here it became my second best video I ever did, besides my talk about the Power Rangers, which was kind of surprising, and Shaun the Sheep Farmageddon. So with that in mind, I decided to mark it up with this one called Chicken Run. Okay, so the reason why I picked Chicken Run, it was no guessing. I just randomly picked this one for season 3 because of season 2 was kind of like fully packed in. But I'll lend you a little secret. When I got the bundle for Wallace and Gromit, I wasn't expecting it, but I decided to pick Chicken Run since I did Wallace and Gromit. But in that mind, here's the review for Chicken Run. Alright, before I continue off, here's one thing you should know. Before I continue off, here are some spoilers you have to be reminded of. So, if you haven't watched Chicken Run, or if you did during your childhood, go ahead and pause me first, and then go watch it either on a streaming service or if you own the DVD. And then when you're done watching it, go unpause me, and then go on ahead. Or, if you're one of those guys who are getting into spoilers like, I've never seen this movie. Oh well, then go on ahead. I don't really mind at all. Now, take note. This is June 30th, but on this video state, it was actually taken on the 28th, which of course was the presentation for Kazuya. So if you are aware, yep, I've heard about the me costumes, but we're not going to talk about that right now. What we're going to talk about is still going to be Chicken Run. It's going to be funny though, as you've probably seen the thumbnail. There are a bunch of chickens with Brick. It's kind of similar how Brick was kind of have to deal with the Wooloo from season 2, but yeah. Alright, let's start things off. Chicken Run starts off with Ginger, who is the leader of the attempts to escape a bunch of times, but failed, because of the Mr. Tweedy keeps catching her and throwing her down to the abyss. And there is one thing they should know: no chicken escapes from Tweedy's farm. We'll see about that though. But besides the point, they're off to get counted by Mr. and Mrs. Tweedy. And then when they were counted by how many eggs there were, one didn't lay all the eggs. I almost said hatched. And then what happened was she went to the chop. Ooh, it's tragic. I know as an animal person, and it's kind of heartwarming that I don't really have the heart to do it. Basically, it's kind of like a sad thing for some few animals, but yeah, besides the point of that, they want to escape. Well, technically Ginger wants to escape because she wants to go up to the hill where there's no farmers, no fences, no anything to keep them away from the grass. Unfortunately, they start to give up hope. Well, but one thing that's happened for sure, there was a spark of hope that came in who was flying down. That was Rocky Rhodes, an American rooster who has the ability to fly, which Ginger was hoping that if they could fly, they can finally escape over the fence. But somehow Rocky refused. But there was one thing though. Rocky was trying to fly away, run away from the circus because they were trying to get him. Ginger made a deal with him. If they were either teach them to fly, they would hide him in for at least a couple of days. So with that in mind, Rocky has agreed to teach them how to fly. It wasn't really easy for an American rooster to try and at least teach them England chickens. But yeah, all they were getting were scrapes, bruises, and a bunch of fails from flying. As they know what they say, chickens can't fly. Now, I'm going to have to pause you for a minute because I've learned something from a video I watched. So chickens have these flight feathers down in the middle of it though, so they could temporarily fly with those flight feathers. But the reason why they can't, because farmers cut them down so that way they won't fly out. So they could fly, but they don't have fly feathers. So that's an interesting science fact you should know. I know you're like, why are you telling me this? Just continue the movie review. Yeah, I like to do some few sciencey things, some few experiments and some explorations. So with that in mind, I don't try to skip it at least. Alright, back to the review. After seeing some few concepts of how Ginger was suspecting how Rocky really did fly, which was a mystery of course. Meanwhile, Mrs. Tweedy had decided on something that should have been done long ago. Put the egg business out and start selling a new business, and that's... Oops, I forgot. Okay, where was I? Oh yeah. After the second countdown, Mrs. Tweedy started to measure the chickens instead of taking them away, because there is one thing for certain. Mrs. Tweedy is done collecting eggs and going to do something with them. Oh boy. But Rocky managed to help out by throwing off a groovy dance party, but it didn't go so well because after that scene, this happened. This contraption, it's a pie machine that'll turn chickens into chicken pies. Oof. They were trying to fatten them up so that way they could be chunky enough for the pies. And one of those chickens who were about to become a pie was Ginger, of course. Mr. Tweedy had enough with Ginger's attempts to escape, so he decided to make her into a chicken pie. Luckily enough, Rocky saved the day by destroying the machine and saving her life. And it was a good thing too, because with the machine sabotage, they would have enough time to learn to fly until they learned the truth. Rocky actually flew because he was launched from a cannon. Makes sense because roosters can't fly also. With the realization, Rocky escaped and well, they had no choice but become big pastry. But they had another hope. Fowler, the old rooster who was living amongst those chickens, was one of the Air Force, so Ginger came up with this idea to steal parts from Mr. Tweedy while he was fixing the machine, and the flying machine was created. This was their only chance for escape, but Mr. Tweedy, along with Mrs. Tweedy, almost tried to sabotage the ramps and finish them off. But Rocky came to the rescue and they managed to escape, but Mrs. Tweed, he was onto them but I try and chop them in half. But luckily enough, Ginger managed to stop her by using her to avoid the axe swing, and then let her drop down to the gravy machine, which caused it to explode by massive amounts of gravy. Oh boy. And then she got squashed to death. I'm not sure how it really happened, but yeah. Luckily, they managed to escape in time, and they finally got what they deserve. Freedom in a nice place where there is grass and clean areas, no dogs, no fences, no keys, especially no farmers. They're living in paradise. And that's it for it. Now, before I say something, here's something I want to tell you. Ever since I did the Shaun the Sheep movie review, I felt like it got a lot of love because of it's kind of an underrated movie. And ever since I did the review, it got so many views, maybe because of how old it was 5 years ago. So that can be one thing. I was almost this close to giving movies a second chance for how old it was, or they didn't get enough love, or they didn't get enough any good reviews. So with that in mind, I like reviewing old movies because of their older not really appreciated by fans everywhere. I would like to give them a second chance for another chance to see them again. So that's why I've been doing a lot of old movies during season 2. Yeah. And of course, Chicken Run was made in 2000, and so with that in mind, it might get some love now. Oh, and I've heard about this theory that there might be a Chicken Run 2. It's a good theory though, but we might not know. And also, of course, there's one more thing. I hope you enjoy this video. I'll see you next time. Hey, it's me, BDH, but I'm also known as the Brick Dragon Hero. That video was great, huh, Applex? You said it, BBJ. And if you want to see more of the Brick Dragon Hero videos, all you gotta do is subscribe. Follow Brick Dragon Hero on Instagram. Like for this video. Share this with your friends.
And comment down below what you think of that video.
And don't forget to check out the last video. So thanks for watching and have a brick day. Whoosh.